Hello, hope you're having an awesome weekend. The channel here, we've reached 16 million channel views, and we just hit 20,000 subscribers yesterday. And I've been wanting to get on here and make a little video. And thank you all. I love you all so much. I don't know if we'll make the 100,000 by the holidays, but we can sure try. I'm very pleased with where we're at. And I hope you're liking all the new videos. I have lots more comedy stuff coming. But we are celebrating American freedom. And I just had a question for you. A little bag like this, just wonder if, now this has iron-on patches in it, but a little bag like this, what if it, well, our government pays $90,000 for a bag about that size for bushings, the Air Force. That's one of the things that are going to get cut. Isn't it exciting? We've been lied to so long by all of these lifelong career politicians, and that's why they're all upset about the new administration. Well, you can't deny President Trump's first term, he got more done than, I don't know if any other president, but I don't know. But he got a lot done, a lot more than our modern day presidents. But they don't like him because they can't control him. Now, whether you like him or hate him, I haven't always agreed with everything Donald Trump has done or said, but he's only human. So if you're hating him just by what you've seen on all these other news media things, maybe you should do your homework, because they're lying, because they're all paid. They're all paid to say this stuff because they don't want him in there, because they don't want, him to clean house. Believe me. I don't want to divulge my own private life, but I've done some other work that didn't have anything to do with construction and stuff in my life. And believe me when I say, I know I've seen a lot of spending and a lot of stuff going on that you, me, all of us as taxpayers, we've been getting ripped off. They work for us. And if you don't believe that, I don't know why you want to live here in America, but that's what the Constitution is for. And if you don't know about this stuff, maybe research on your own. Go online, because if you watch news on regular cable television, you're not going to get the real news. But anyhow, you have to search and find stuff yourself, because I don't want to make any kind of, I don't want to make any kind of, things to make you. I just want you to do your own homework. And if you dig deep enough, well, you see what happened with the election. The majority of the people were tired of being taken advantage of. If you don't agree with that, I don't know what to tell you. I think you need to really check history. And my channel here, I usually don't, I never really talk about political stuff. But this is something that has been eating away at me for a long time now, because I've been watching, this great country of ours, the United States of America. I've been watching it just, erode from within. It's sad. People that hate us, they don't like this country. Well, if you hate it so bad, why is there so many people trying to get into our country if it's such a bad place? And as for the R word, I'm not even going to bring that up, because I love everybody. And if I don't love you, I don't hate you. I don't waste my time. I try to love everybody. And if you come to spew hate and stuff like that, people will know that if they've come to this channel, and there's been times where they've verbally, by way of, messages, sending a little text here, if they've attacked someone here on my channel and said something, if it's just something simple, like, figures she's just, she's a normal blonde, or, oh, he's just a regular old, dork, or whatever. If it's something like that, that's innocent. But when they get on there and they start saying stuff that's very, very negative and hateful, I'll just delete them. Because I said a long time ago, everybody that comes here to my channel, I want them to stay. And I want them to watch and stuff. Watch the entertainment that, that I make with my VR and split screen collaborations. Because this is a fun, exciting, adventurous channel that has to do with vacation stuff, comedy, mainly, funny comedy stuff. And of course, the seasonal stuff. I did a lot of Halloween things, and those really did well. I was very, impressed. Um, but yeah, this is a channel for everyone that wants to love their fellow neighbors and get along. This is not a channel for hatred and stuff like that, and I won't put up with it. If you've spewed any kind of hate and then come back to see how it's doing, you've probably seen, oh wow, it's not up there. That's right. A lot of times I got the filters on there with YouTube. They hold stuff for me to look at it to begin with. I have it like that, so that stuff don't get out of hand. So a lot of times YouTube will zap the stuff as soon as they spot it. But they hold stuff for my review, and if I think it's something that's not really appropriate and something that could be detrimental to somebody else's mental well-being or whatnot, hey, I just delete it. I don't need that kind of negativity on my channel. But anyhow, I ramble on, as you guys know. So I started out, I was going to make a little short, but I'm going to have to upload this, obviously, because I wanted you guys to know a few things, how I feel. So I don't want anybody to hate me. I want everybody to enjoy my channel because I love you all. Even the trolls and the haters, I love y'all. Because someday you might actually wake up and say, wow, I probably shouldn't have said that, whatever on that channel, and maybe you'll come around. I have hope for everybody. I really do. I hope that everybody can see the light at the end of the tunnel. And I know there's a lot of people out there that hate President-elect Donald Trump, but you can't forget, man. No matter how much you hate him, you can't forget how much better stuff was in his first term. You weren't struggling to go to the grocery store to make ends meet. I mean, there might have been some because, I know that there are people that work hard. Not everybody makes the same amount of money. But this is a great country for you to learn more. If you have a skill, focus on it and be the best that you can be at it. And I'll tell you, I am an entrepreneur. I've been, a red-blooded entrepreneurial American basically my whole life. I remember when I was a young little boy, I had the entrepreneurial skills. I mean, in the family genes, they come out. And I look back at all the things that I used to do and stuff that I do today, and I've always, and I know a lot of people have said it hasn't been, but I've always believed in the American dream. Ever since I heard it when I was a young boy, and people spoke about the American dream. That's what people come to all these countries. I mean, come from all these countries here to America to, chase that dream. And I was born here. I'm a United States citizen. But I am a child of, my family came over. And they come over the legal way. And, it costs money, but, if something's worth doing, it's worth doing right. But my father was one of 13 children. And my family came over here on the boat, like they said. And they settled there in New York. And, people spread out, moved. But anyhow, I ended up being born in Youngstown, Ohio. And, of course, now I live in Pennsylvania. And like I said, I've always believed in the American dream. And I am a prime example that it is and always has been alive. People have just given up hope because they don't even realize they've given up the hope on their dreams because of the way the government has been, spending so much. They charge us taxes on it. They tax us on everything. And then what happens? They they hold that money, and sometimes you get some back, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you end up paying more in or whatever if you make more money. Um, but they hold our taxmen, they hold all that money all year long. And if you're getting some back, the thing is I'm trying to point out is they're making money on our tax money. They're making the interest while our tax money, sits in there all year waiting for, the new tax season to roll around on the April 15th date. But yeah, the our government, the Air Force, this size of a bag, $90,000 for, I believe they were called bushings. I just seen it on the news. It was on Newsmax, and I know that's accurate because I've been in the world of construction, this and that, and people way back when I know several people that have been in different branches of the military, different branches of the government, and I always remember them always talking about, yeah. Well, don't gripe about prices because our government, they spend like $10 or $20 for that little, you know, nut and bolt you're putting that thing together with, and I'd always be like, what? Oh yeah, that's. And it's legit stuff. Believe me, I can't get into all my personal stuff. I'm getting a little older now, but believe me, I've worked in a couple places. I've done. I I've worked a couple jobs where I seen firsthand. Wow, this spending is this is crazy. So with President Trump's second term, number 47, I uh, I know he's gonna get things straightened out, and he's done his homework, and this time he's you know he's picking the right people, to be in there, and actually the one I can't think of her name, that he ended up putting in the one position because the other guy had some kind of background or something. But I know they're probably kicking themselves in the behind, saying, "Oh man, we should have just left him have him because now they're going to get their behinds handed to them on a silver platter because this girl, well, this lady, she's not a girl. She looks like a young lady to me. I'm an old man, but anyhow, this young lady, she is gonna hand them their behinds on a silver platter. She's a no nonsense, and she's loyal to her country, and she'll be loyal to the administration, and that's what we need. People say something. Oh, it's loyal. Yeah, you know what? You have to be loyal. You should be loyal to your spouse. You should be loyal to your family. You know, unless you have, if somebody's doing you, legitimately wrong, then you don't have to be loyal to them. But you should be loyal to your family and your friends and your country, because loyalty does go a long way, and it has nothing to do with the R word. I'm not even going to say it. Loyalty is something that you just have to have. People need to be loyal because backstabbers, backbiters, whatever you want to call them, that's the kind of stuff that is not, that doesn't make for a good country to have, people that are like that. We need to all love each other. We need to, you know, be able to forgive. I'm not saying that you have to forget, but be able to forgive, love one another, and just remember, you know, if you didn't see it, then you're still not awake. But if you didn't see all the hate that was being spewed by the Democratic side, then you sure are asleep still. Because I couldn't believe some of the stuff I was seeing and hearing. I was like watching, the news, and I was listening to the news on the radio in my car whenever I was going to or from, and I'm like, wow, these people are really out there. And believe me, you know, I'm looking forward to the house being cleaned because, like I said before, America is the home of it's the home of the free, the brave, and this was always a great country. And people that think it's not a great country, then why do you live here then? If it's not great, go somewhere else. If you think, but I'm telling you right now, it doesn't matter where you go. There's no place where you're going to have as many freedoms and rights as you do here in America. So you're only lying to yourself, and you're trying to get other people to believe your lie. So if you've taken enough time to listen to this video, I appreciate you. Believe me, because I know I can ramble on. But like I said earlier on in the video, I haven't always agreed with everything President Trump has said or done, but he didn't have to do that job. And he sure as heck didn't have to come back for a second time. My goodness, they shot the man, you know? And he survived. He got up, he said, fight, fight, fight. How many other people would do that? Most people would be like, nah, I'm good. I don't need it. He did it because he loves this country. He's got a big family, and he wants everybody to have a safe future. And, a wonderful country. The crime rate, you can't deny that. The crime rate has went up. Went up doesn't even cover it. It's like straight up. It's just unbelievable. You do the math. You do the research. You go online. Stop listening to all this, crap on, cable. These news people, they call themselves journalists. That's one thing, I'm not saying that journalism is dead, but because there are a lot of journalists out there that are still good. But the majority of them, they have hidden agendas and they work for the far left. It's obvious. And if you don't believe that, you're still sleeping. And I feel bad for you. Hopefully someday you'll wake up. Also, something they've done, they've turned, family against family, neighbors against neighbors. Come on, man. We the people, we're America. They work for us. And it's time that they learned that. And the Trump organization, the Trump administration, and all the loyal Trump, whatever you want to call it, everybody that is behind him and supports him and is legit, legitimately doing their job right. I have hopes that, I am a firm believer that they're going to get it cleaned up. And people are going to be like, wow, this should have been done a long time ago. But the problem is we've had so many career criminals. Career politicians. We've had so many career politicians. They've done nothing but pad their pockets and all their associates' pockets, with our taxpayer money, and they just keep feeding us lies. And I know people are saying, "Oh, Donald Trump did this for benefit of his." What he's doing is going to benefit everyone. And believe me, you have these big, all the big conglomerates, whatever. He's going to be doing stuff to keep all those in check, where they're going to have to, they're going to have to follow the rules, and do things the right way. And I'm no expert on the stuff, but I see how he did the first term, and he got a lot done. And they were like pulling on them reins. They were trying to keep him from doing what he came in there to do. And I know it ticks them off still, everything that he got done. And hey, I don't know what to tell them. They better go find a closet or something to go have some quiet time and sit in there and take some tissues with them, because, at least till they wake up. I think after he's in there at least 6 months, people are going to be like, wow, I hated this guy, but he's doing right by us. That's right. Just because you might not like somebody doesn't mean you should hate them. And just because you don't like somebody doesn't mean that they can't do the job. So like I said, please do your own homework. Go online and search and listen to both sides of the story. And I'm telling you what, if you really pay attention, and if you have a closed ear, you're not going to learn anything, and you're not going to wake up. You're still going to be, closed-minded, and you're not going to see what I'm talking about. If you made it this far, I so much appreciate you. But yes, I am a firm believer in the American dream. And if you take the time while you're here on my channel to look at my creative playlist, you'll see that I'm also an author, an independent filmmaker, and I'm also an inventor. Um, I invented the MQR air car and some jetpacks, a whole bunch of stuff. And I started making this stuff for my, film and then I developed the thing to create a miniseries too. And I've been shooting them both simultaneously, and it's been taking years because, yes, I'm building all this stuff myself, but you know, I'm doing my editing and building, putting all the stuff together. I got a brand new computer last year, and I've been working with the DaVinci Resolve, uh, and DaVinci Resolve has everything on there, all the editing software that you'll ever need. I love it. Um, when I do get the pilot episode done, and people are able to get their feet wet, so to speak, and see the sci-fi time travel fantasy realm that I've created, it's going to blow their mind. They're going to be like, wow. And I can hear the young people already, wow, old dude, really, wow, oh, wow, he did, whoa. I mean, they're going to be like, wow. Because I have all of the gifts at my fingertips that, for decades, Hollywood has worked on perfecting. And it's nice. Anybody with a few of the right tools and stuff like that, and have a good story can be, can be a good filmmaker, because it's all right there at our disposal, and how realistic and effective it is all up to you and how creative you are. So I know I've talked about a lot of things on this video, and it's over 20 minutes long. But like I said before, the American dream never died. It's remained in a lot of people. At least I am one of those people, and I know a select few good friends of mine that have never stopped believing in the American dream. And I'm a perfect example that it is real, because, believe me, I've been down rock bottom and I didn't have two nickels to rub together, couldn't pay my rent, couldn't pay my bills, shut off notices. Believe me, I've lived through all that. And not just once, a couple times. I've had a few bouts with life. Life can be very, it could be very rough. Sometimes rough doesn't even cover it. But believe me, my life hasn't been a a bed of roses or a bowl of cherries or whatever you want to say. I don't know what all the new things. My life hasn't been blah 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 blah. Oh, he lives the easy life. No, I don't live the easy life. Things are a lot better nowadays than they were, and some of the things that I struggle with now with my back. I have some disc problems. I have arthritis. I have sciatica, and between the arthritis and I got high blood pressure too. But between the arthritis and sciatica, some days I don't know which day. I don't know. Sometimes when I get up, I don't know. Is this going to be is this going to be a great day, or is this going to be a good day? Or is this going to be a super painful day, and try to, trudge through the day, but I make it because here I am. And I have had a recent rough bout because I've been, keeping my crutches here handy, because of my, ugh. I have been keeping the crutches handy because of my discs in my lower back. And I just got an inversion table. It came in the mail there a couple days ago, and I've been in so much pain. I haven't taken the time to get it put together. But I researched it a lot, and there was a young man. There were several people in there, but there was a young man that had two. He had two herniated discs, and he had, he couldn't walk he was, one day he said he woke up and he wasn't able to walk, and I was like, wow, I felt like that. There, that's why I have the crutches. But I mean, I wasn't quite that bad. So I think I got it just in time. to try to, take care before I get to, before I got to that point. And I was like, wow, because he was only in his, I think he was only in his mid to late 20s. He was just a young guy. And I was like, wow. And I had already been researching the inversion tables. But then he talked about the inversion table that he got, and he swore by it. And he said, this, having this inversion table, he said, slowly brought me back to being able to walk. And I was like, wow, I made the right move. With the crutches to take it as easy as I can. There's times when I feel like I'm not that bad. I will go without the crutches, but I'll keep them close by just in case I need them, because you can. I mean, if you've ever had this kind of pain and stuff, or this kind of problem with lower or any disc in your back or whatever, you know what I'm talking about. But he said the inversion table is nice because start out like 2 minutes, work up to like 4 or 5 minutes. Don't overdo it, he said. But he said starting out 2 minutes a day, and you can do it a few times a day, not just once. You can do it. I think he said he did like 3 or 4 times a day, 2 minutes each time. But what it does, and and you don't have to hang upside down. I mean, you can go, like that. I mean, you don't have to go. I mean, you can go like that, but work into it. Boom. If you a little bit. That's what I'm gonna do. I get it together there. And it's very quiet because everybody is sleeping. That's Barn Chew. He's sleeping. And the other guys are over there sleeping, and little Gidgy, she's over there in her playpen sleeping. But that's why it's so quiet right now at the Marabella house. But yeah, oh yeah, check it out. Here, let me go over here. Oh, see, there's a little bit of pain, but I'm going to do this without the crutches. Oh, look at this. It's bigger than me. Sunflower, you look at that. And there's some other ones. Look what I did. Oh, now you're up. Hello, everybody. It's my sunflower. Don't forget to subscribe. Yes. And this is the inversion table. Gotta put it together. Unbox it and put it together. But yes, I replanted these 3 big sunflower stalks. There's 3 of them there, a small, medium, and large. I replanted them. I cut off the top of this White Deer Park water bottle from Sam's Club, and it's still growing good because I got it inside so it wouldn't die from all the frost. And here's a new one shooting up right there. Look at that one shooting up. This one's getting ready to open here too. Look at that. And all the petals fell off of this one. And I check it, make sure it's got plenty of water. And they said, you keep them indoors, they'll last a little longer. I think they eventually will die because as long as they're shooting up, they'll keep growing. I think some people crop them off or something like, and I don't know. I might try it on the small one. I want to keep the big one. I don't want to cut the big one. That's pretty cool. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah. Oh yeah. If you guys are regulars, I know I haven't made a Venus flytrap, how to care for Venus flytrap video lately, but they're still here. It's not sunny today, but Seymour and his family here. They're there when the sun does come out. They're getting some, so they're getting ready. I'm going to do a dormancy, how to care for Venus flytrap dormancy video here real soon, because this is November. So we're going to be starting a dormancy period. They haven't went full dormancy yet because they're still thriving. They're still eating an occasional bug if something happens to manage to be surviving or hasn't went into hibernation or something outside and gets in. They don't last very long. They find their way to Seymour or one of his family members, and that's a wrap. But I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch my video, and this one is it's a little over a half hour long, so I'm going to save it, and of course, but you're watching it, but I'm going to save it and upload it here later, because right now it's Saturday morning, and I'm doing a tribute. I started it yesterday with the First Lady, Melania Trump. I did a couple music shorts. And I don't know that if the president or the first lady ever happened to stumble across my channel and maybe watch anything. But if they do, I hope they enjoy the videos that I've made for both of them. So yeah, if you don't know it by now, I am a Trump supporter because I love my freedoms. I love my freedom of speech and all the other things that people take for granted, your freedom of speech, your right to bear arms, because, if you can't protect your family and loved ones, I mean, what, you're just supposed to let people just come in and, no. No, I'm a firm believer. You have the right to defend yourself and your family and loved ones. And if you come to this country and you have if you have a bad agenda or something like that, you come here to commit crimes and atrocities, believe me, your days are numbered. And I think people are realizing that. Because the silent majority, they're not so silent anymore. They've had enough. And I've worked hard for everything I've gotten. And believe me, when I was young, I had my fair share of, stupid decisions. I made stupid decisions, wrong moves. I know what it's like to get fired. I got fired from a few different jobs in my lifetime. I mean, I'm 56 years old now, but now I'm my own, I'm my own boss now. And not only am I an author and an independent aspiring filmmaker, and I build props, but I do so many other things. I've been a private contractor now. I've been a private contractor since 1994, and I've worked other various jobs around that too. But I've worked hard for what I got, and believe me, I know what it's like to live paycheck to paycheck too. I've been there, done that, and that's why America is a great country, because anybody can pick themselves up and get out of whatever situation they're in. Even if you have it so rough that you're homeless, this and that, if you want to help yourself, and if you have a drug or alcohol problem, you want to get the help, there's programs out there. People will help you. They'll help you. They'll give you food to eat. They'll give you a place to stay. But a lot of problems. Yeah, I can't talk today. A lot of times, there are people that are homeless, but they have a drug or alcohol problem. And if you're like a man, you can't go stay at the city rescue mission or whatever if you have an alcohol or drug or alcohol problem. They just, no, you can't. And they have a curfew. You have to be in a certain time. So you have to respect that kind of stuff. So if you do want a roof over your head, there are programs that people will help you, but you can't be an alcoholic or a drug addict. And if you are, they'll get you the help. If you really want to quit, you can quit, and you can pull yourself up from the lowest, rock pit. You can be below rock bottom and pull yourself up. But, you know, there's churches out there too, you know, whether you believe in God or you don't. There's people in these churches, they'll help you. And if you don't believe in God, well, maybe someday you will, you know, because he believes in you. Anyhow, I've rambled on long enough. And I just can't believe I am so grateful to all you guys. Again, I want to say, you know, I reached 20,000 subscribers. 20,000 subscribers, and we're over 16 million channel views. And I appreciate y'all. I love you so much. So I hope you enjoyed this little video. I don't even know what I'm going to title it yet. You know, maybe it'll be the real me part 2 or something. I don't know. But you'll know, because if you're watching it, then that means I've already uploaded it, which right now I'm not. But I like making these unedited videos too. So I guess it, you know, kind of is a look inside the real Vincent Marabella II. Because that's me. I love you all. Peace. Subscribe.